Hey guys, Logan McNeely here, creator of Weakness Wod, The Process, and I wanted to tell you guys about this little theoretical model that we drew up and we took a picture of, posted to our Facebook a couple weeks ago. It's talking about the differences and the similarities between how your performance increases as your training timeline goes on, all right? And so I want to start off by prefacing this by saying that this isn't the same for everybody, but this is just kind of like an average of what you might see or hear throughout your gym, throughout other people in their fitness journey. So how we kind of look at this is obviously when everybody starts off with jumping into a CrossFit or a regular gym or just starting their fitness in general, typically they're gonna see a lot of changes immediately, right? And that's because they're going from nothing to something, or from something to something different, something more, something maybe exciting, right? And so they're able to see a lot of change and a lot of adaptation super fast. However, we all know that that starts to maybe get boring, maybe plateau a little bit. So then people try to find new ways of creating new motivation and creating more progression in their fitness. So typically people join things like group classes, especially in this CrossFit realm, like what we typically help program with. So in these group classes, right, now you have more camaraderie, you have a little bit more competition. You're always gonna work a little bit harder whenever you're training next to somebody, or you're training to beat somebody, or you're training with other people, right? So again, you're always gonna start to see more progress in your fitness by jumping into group classes. Now, some people might stay in group classes or a group class structure for the rest of their training life. And that's perfectly fine. They're still gonna always kind of creep up on their progress. However, when it comes to you, if you're looking for more individuality or more progression for your optimal fitness, the class model is a broken model. And a lot of us know this because if you have 10 people, all with different training backgrounds, different goals, but everybody's doing the same workout, it's gonna be creating bigger holes and bigger gaps for those athletes that maybe don't need that, right? If your gym programs a lot of conditioning, and you got a lot of conditioned athletes in there, but to compete and to have optimal fitness, if they wanna get stronger, you're not helping them by continuing to program that. But we also can't be biased and help that one person when we gotta cater to 50, 100, 150, 200 people that we're trying to program for in a regular gym, right? So it's okay if people stay there. They're still gonna continue to see progress and it's gonna keep them happy, and that's great. However, the next step that we can take is we can start to work on our biases, right? Or we can start to work on our holes in our fitness. And that's kind of where we come in with Weakness Wod. What we're doing here is people can still do regular group classes, but then they jump into focusing on their weaknesses or their biases. And that might be throwing in extra strength work post the group class or on another time of the day or on the weekends, whatever it might be, but it's just helping them to work on what they need individually to get their level of fitness to keep increasing, right? Now that's just a little thing that we can do. If people want to gradually increase faster, then they'd start to do something more like a competitor style training, right? And that's breaking down more complex movements more often, doing some of the harder skills more frequently, but also training all of those different types of areas, right? More of the bodyweight gymnastic, bodyweight control type of stuff. Also always building your technique and your strength in your weight training, and then also being able to continue to develop your conditioning, right? For short, moderate, and short, moderate, and long styles of workouts. Competitor training is still gonna leave a little bit of holes because it's not individualized, right? Whether I'm doing competitive style training, you're doing a competitive style training, or my grandma is doing a competitive style training, it's still gonna leave a little bit of hole for us individually. And that's where individual design comes in. And that is gonna be something that's 100% individualized for you, your schedule, your gym, your goals, your competitions, whatever it is you're doing, it's specific towards you and helping you to take care of maybe your competitive atmosphere, maybe all of your weaknesses, or it definitely will take care of all your weaknesses. The only problem that some people have with individual design is it doesn't give them that group structure. You can still always throw that in every now and then for a little kickstart, a little fun, a little motivation, but at the end of the day, as your training timeline progresses, if you want to keep improving your fitness, this is the somewhat of the type of model you're gonna have to flow through. Hey, if you guys have any other questions about our theoretical progress and training timeline, our model here, send them our way. We'd love to jam with you on it. If you have questions about Weakness Wod, our compete, or individual design programs, we'd love to help you on your journey and help you keep progressing.